Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another classic WoW video. My name is Kargoz, and today I am blown away. I'm shocked. I'm really excited because Blizzard put out a blue post just 24 minutes ago with regard to the classic era changes that we've been petitioning against. Some of you might have known I put a petition out maybe about like a week ago at this point, and I've been trying to sound the bang on the war drums and put the bat signal up and do what I can to try to get my fellow classic vanilla WoW brainwashed Andes to sign it and hopefully it would make an impact. We're gonna read this blue post together and go over it because Blizzard just rolled back the changes that we were so upset about, including the Druid polearm change, as well as Might of Stormwind for Alliance, which is probably like the biggest one that bothered me. So this is a post 24 minutes ago by Kaivax, so the same guy who put out the original blue post that was like infuriating to everybody. Greetings everyone. Last week we announced several updates to our classic era realms. These updates included changes originally developed for Season of Discovery, but intentionally brought the classic era as well, such as one that specifically addressed a long-standing imbalance in World of Warcraft Classic by providing Alliance players with the Might of Stormwind buff as a comparable buff to the Horde's Warchief Blessing. So right off the rip, how does this sound to you guys? Does this sound like this was purely a bug and we are going to, this bug leaked over into Classic Era, and we're going to fix the bug? No. Intentionally brought to Classic Era as well. Intentionally. Such as one that specifically addressed a long-standing imbalance in World of Warcraft Classic by providing Alliance players with the Might of Stormwind buff as a comparable buff to the Horde's Warchief Blessing. So what did I tell you guys? That some of this stuff was technical limitations moving over to the one client, but some of it was intentional. It's exactly it, right? But I'm glad that they're being transparent about that, because they're rolling back these changes. They could easily just say, like, this is just a bug. Like, this is just a bug. It leaked in. I know, like, there's no way we're that stupid, guys. Like, we get it. Like, you guys want no changes. We understand. We're Blizzard. We're professionals here, okay? We know what we're doing. There's no shot we'd put that in. Like, we're not that stupid, okay? They're actually already right off the rip of this blue post taking some accountability. So, okay, in that time, we have listened to the community response to changes in Classic Era and the concerns about what updates like this could mean for the future. Thank you for your feedback. Yo, can we get some claps in the chat, some hearts, some deviant fish, bro? They listened to the community response? Is this real life? Dude, like, they didn't have to write all this. Like, this is amazing. Like, this is like accountability. They've listened to the community response. That's us, guys. We're the community. They listened to our response to the changes and the concerns about what updates like this could mean for the future. Thank you for the feedback. And they're already saying on the first paragraph that this was intentional. Some of it was intentional. It wasn't just a pure bug. Effective immediately, we are reversing the following changes to Classic Era. Alliance players now have access to the Might of Stormwind, a version of Warchief's Blessing world buff effect. Druids can now train and use polearms. The 6-hour wait between applications of Rallying Cry of the Dragon Slayer and Warchief's Blessing has been reduced to 1 minute. So these have been reverted. Notice they left in the non-dispellable world buffs with Songflower and tribute buffs. Now, to me, those changes don't bother me much, right? Because, like, me personally, like, I am for... I'm like an anti-griefer, like I think it's fucked up when people just grief each other in the game, so I'm down to go back fully no changes. Keep that in mind. We can go even pre-Chronoboon and I'm cool with it, but I'm just being completely honest. Those changes didn't bother me as much, but for some of you guys, I understand if it would bother you. Like, maybe you want to dispel people and you're just like sick in the head. That's fine. But anyway, the stuff that was bothering most of us the most is getting reversed here. So for everything it does perfectly, Classic Era is also beloved for its wonderful imperfections. These perfectly imperfect elements and balance make up the texture of the overall experience. Yo, can I play something for you guys? Let me know if I have main character syndrome, Bo. Let me know if I have main character syndrome. This game's worth it. It's a beautiful masterpiece. And you can stop at any point in time in any zone. And it looks like a beautiful watercolor painting. The sounds, the sights, the music, the ambience, it's timeless. It's a masterpiece, and it's perfectly imperfect. People used to think of it as like a theme park type of game, but over the years I've realized that has a lot of sandbox potential, and it is truly so fun to play in the sandbox that is vanilla WoW. Bro, they said perfectly imperfect, man. I just said that in the video the other day. Maybe I've made character syndrome, but that's just awesome. These perfectly imperfect elements and balance make up the texture of the overall experience, and we recognize that making changes to these, even with the intent of adding quality of life updates, and particularly without discussing them with the community first, was short-sighted. Thank you again. They're doubling down, thanking us for our feedback. Okay, our feedback was a little toxic, but it was warranted, man. They put hands on you know, our favorite game, you know, like, and they said they wouldn't do that. Likewise, we want to provide a bit of insight. First of all, like, isn't this such a lengthy blue post? Bro, this blue post, like, they don't usually do this. This is, and it doesn't feel very lawyery. This doesn't feel very, like, legal team HR department. Like, I actually feel like they got together as a team and wrote this shit together. Likewise, we want to provide a bit of insight into the UI changes in WoW Classic, and specifically the recent guild UI update in Classic era. Because keep in mind, they didn't say that they're going to roll that back, as we have spoken about in the past. One of the challenges the Classic team faces is recreating Classic experiences while running on modern World of Warcraft code. However, the games gain significant benefits from having this be the case. Okay, so there's benefits from being on modern World of Warcraft code. Okay. Including at the most foundational level of being able to integrate with Battle.net services in the first place. But it also means that we can share backend code and bring in UI elements as updates from the modern game. That doesn't seem like that's a significant benefit. Like, how is that good though? Doesn't that just mean they're gonna put in more like retail UI stuff into vanilla? I mean, maybe just for them, like it saves them money or something. I don't even really care about that stuff. It's whatever. Like, we have the weak aura right now. There's a weak aura that is Suvi made, where it brings back the original guild tab. So obviously, like, I would like this to be gone, but it bothers me way more that they're putting in new quests, new world buffs, changing the classes. Anyway. With respect to the guild UI in Classic era, although we have received feedback from guild leaders that the updated UI improves their guild management, have they though? Have they really though? Have they really received this feedback? Or is this cap? Although we have received feedback from guild leaders that the updated UI improves their guild management, yo, there's no shot. There's no shot. There's no shot they received that feedback. Thank you, Blizzard. I am just having so much of a better time now managing my roster using your in-game guild management tool. We recognize that allowing in an unexpected change like this in Classic era is substantively jarring and has an impact on the overall experience. We are committed to doing what is right by our players, and we're discussing additional options for the guild UI as a team, while continuing to look to the community for feedback. You know what this means, guys? This means they're not changing it back. But it's okay, man. It's okay. We take that L. It's a small L, bro. Like, this is legal speak, right? We are committed to doing what's right by our players, and we're discussing additional options for the guild UI as a team. That means it's never changing. That's in to stay. Okay, bro, we just take a small L there. That's fine. That's fine. Just as importantly, if not more so, we recognize that all of these updates to Classic era came abruptly and without warning. This lapse in communication was not in line with our values. Bro, they are being accountable. They are being based. They are being based. They cheap shot, gouge, kidney shot, rocket helm, fucking Sapper eviscerated us out of stealth. With these changes, we were just here leveling, minding our own beeswax. I was killing harpies in Feralus. And then out of nowhere, cheap shot, gouge, kidney shot, thistle prep. Yeah, I mean, they're being accountable. This lapse in communication was not in line with our values, and we need to do better here. As it stands now, the Classic team philosophically has very little desire to bring gameplay impacting changes to Classic era. Oh, yo, can I get an amen, brothers and sisters? Can I get an amen one time? As it stands now, the Classic team philosophically has very little desire to bring gameplay impacting changes to Classic era. Moving forward, we will endeavor to discuss any potential community-led desire for changes. Community-led desire for changes, not Bobby Kotick-led desire for changes. Not, okay, I don't want to call anyone in particular. I'm not going to say anybody's name. But community-led desire for changes well in advance of actually implementing any updates. Bro, let's see if they honor that. That's huge, though. That makes it seem like they're gonna do what OSRS does. They're gonna poll the community. They have very little desire to bring game impacting changes. You know what I think, though, guys? I really think that they were trying to see what they could get away with. I mean, I'm very thankful for this. This post is really meaning a lot to me. You know what I mean? I feel like they tried to slip in a couple changes. Like, technical limitations was the blanket, of what they said it was, right? Like, no, we're committed to this new client. We have to do it. Our hands are tied. Like, we have to vertically integrate. It's going to save us a lot of money. Like, technical limitations, hands are tied. Sorry, like, not much we can do. But they slipped in a little Midas Stormwind, you know, a little, you know. This might be tinfoil hat, but I honest to God believe there's a good chance that a bunch of the devs play Alliance. Alliance Ret Paladins, human, BT1, gray hair, ponytail, and they're raiding every week, and they're going out to lunch in Irvine, and they're going out to, you know, Chipotle, and they're like, yo, dude, my Ret Paladin would blast with War Chief Blessing. Like, I honestly don't have the time to go to Crossroads. Like, why does Horde get that? Like, that's so lame, dude. We should just, you know, it's in SOD already. You know, like, if we just brought it in from SOD, and like, this is our chance to shoot our shot. Like, let's bring in Midas Stormwind. Let's see what happens. Let's test the waters. Let's see if anybody freaks out. We're just gonna ninja blue post. Just put it out there. Kyvex is really short and sweet. Try to like embed it. Like, let's put some retail blue posts above it. Try to, like, you know, try to weigh it down. See if we can just slip one in there. You know what I mean? But we caught it though. We have said since the beginning that World of Warcraft Classic has been a journey that has been co-written by you, the players. I don't think they've said that from the beginning though, right? Where have they said that? Where have they said that, bro? We have said since the beginning that World of Warcraft Classic has been a journey that has been co-written by you, the players. I don't know if that's been said. Thank you as always for your passion, feedback, and partnership. Sincerely, the WoW Classic team. But honestly, amazing news. Amazing news. Can we just forgive Blizzard? And honestly, I'm sorry too. I want to apologize too. If anybody from Blizzard happens to watch this, I'm sorry. I think I can get a little emotional sometimes. I go too crazy. You know, I probably said some disrespectful stuff. My bad. I'm sorry. I just love this game, man. And I want to protect. I feel protective of the game. You know, I hope my kids can one day play it and try it out. And it means a lot to me. It's the game of my generation. It's not just a game to me, specifically vanilla. And I know there's other people out there that are the same and feel the same. You know, and like, TBC hits for us a little bit too, but vanilla is like, it's like 90% of it, you know? Like, this is World of Warcraft for us. So I honestly, guys, my thoughts on it is I really, really appreciate it, Blizzard. Thank you, Blizzard, for like, they didn't have to do that, guys. We're only like 5K people playing Classic Era. I don't know what the total population of players. I know there's 8K players on White Main. I don't know, maybe like 20K people still playing vanilla on Era servers total. What do you guys think? It's not that many of us, and we only got like 3.5K to sign the petition. They could just straight up ignore us, not say anything, just be like, fuck you guys are ungrateful. We brought you WoW Classic to begin with. But they didn't do that. They actually admitted some fault. They wrote a long blue post. I've never seen something like that. They reverted the changes, and the way they reverted the changes is they had to almost jerry-rig the game. So the way that they made the changes, the way they took polearms out for druids, is druids can still equip polearms right now. This is what it's been told to me. My DMs have been blowing up since this happened. So druids are sending me pictures, and they have a polearm equipped, but it's 0 durability. So they probably had to look into the code and find some weird way, like a creative solution, to kind of like jerry-rig the game to fix it. And the fact that they did that and they made polearms go down to 0 durability, which takes off the stats too. Yeah, it's basically completely useless. That is also a good look, because it feels like they had to go think of creative solutions to fix the issues, and they didn't take the path of least resistance. They actually listened to the community. They said our bad on some stuff. They didn't even point fingers at us back. They have a right to be upset too. Like, maybe we took it too far in some ways too. They didn't even ask for anything from us. Like, they didn't say, like, you know, right? They took 0 cheap shots back or anything. And they were purely just receptive of it all. And if you think about it, how long ago was it that all these changes got put in? A week? You know, they put them in and then they fixed it 1 week later. It's not that bad. But I do believe that they were testing us. Call me crazy, but I think they were testing us. And if we didn't come together on this and go to bat for our game with Classic Era, I think these changes would still be in. To be honest, I really do. I think it was like a gut check to see like how much these Classic Era players really give a shit, because it's going to be way cheaper and way easier for us to just ninja put these things in, ninja blue post. You know, they all were in Blizzard quarters, the HQ, and all the community managers got together, and they're like, someone draw the short straw, and they broke the popsicle sticks. Kyvex reached in, he pulled the popsicle stick out, and it was half bitten, and they're like, Kyvex, Oh, 07, brother. You're on post duty for today. We'll see you in the next one. And he had to post that blue post. I still can't logout skip? Yeah, that's true. There's no logout skip. But if you want my personal take, I like logout skips. I think they are cool, and they add an additional level of like finesse to the gameplay. But I also truly, and I'm not just saying this because I'm just trying to go Blizzard chill again. I truly mean this, guys, as a guy who loves vanilla. Logout skips make the world feel smaller. Yes? This is just a fact. I think they're cool, having a secret network of like underground railroad Mario pipes that you can just like use to finesse throughout the world. And I just leveled the Warlock yesterday. I'm leveling Summoning Alts now. They make the world feel smaller, right? I like them. Like, I can play under those conditions with logout skips. It's pretty sick. But I can see the world doesn't really make as much sense with them in. You know, like, it's more immersive and more airtight. The world is stronger. This beloved vanilla world that we love to play in, this sandbox, is now more structurally sound. Does that make sense? So for me, I actually can play both, with or without logout skips. But gun to my head, if I think logout skips are good or bad for the game, I'm not lying to you, gun to my head, I probably think they are bad for the game. Yes. But I am down to go back to no changes. You can take Chrono Boon away. You can take it all away. This is one thing I've learned about vanilla and classic, is everybody has their own opinion, and people get super fired up. And I was having a conversation with my guildies yesterday in Discord, and they were going at each other hard because of logout skips. You know, I know Giga was in there, bro. I'm just saying this because you were getting fired up, bro. Talking about how, like, why logout skips are good. Drazon, you were in there. You guys were going at it, like, because people get so fired up about random stuff. That's when I say that the thing we should fall back to is just no changes. Like, we can all agree at the end of the day, whatever your take is, that straight up hashtag no changes vanilla WoW 1x out of the box is really good, and we all love playing that, right? So it's like, because we can't come to a solution together and everybody has their own fired up takes, we just go no changes. In a worst case scenario, you know, we're at an impasse. We can't compromise. People are too upset. Straight up hashtag no changes is the best solution. But that's just my take for whatever it's worth. There's our logo of the server for now. There's a lot of OGs here from the vanilla scene, from the private server scene playing here. New and old. We're trying to create something special here. So thank you guys for watching. And that's it for now.